Shaw, a developing nation of little significance, tucked away in a remote corner of Asia. It's rather fascinating.
Oh, so this is where they're now setting Street Fighter 6. Wait, can you just fight people in the streets? What? Like, straight up? You could just fight people in the streets now? Oh my god, it reminds me of a Yakuza game. What? Photo mode! I love it. Fighting games are really going like the full... They're like adding everything. Can you imagine beating on people for their money like you do in the Yakuza games? You fight in the street in Street Fighter? It's evolved. It's evolved too far. Damn, it looks really fluid. Very much reminds me of how fluid Tekken looks. Tekken looks insane. Ooh. It's very dynamic cinematography, isn't it? Really makes you feel like, you know, really makes it have such an impact. So that's when we didn't actually see much of the hub, really. Yeah, that's the thing. Does it have a story? I know like Soul Calibur's had a story, right? Like Soul Calibur had like a pretty compelling story later on. Like they did well with trying to make it so, but I just wondered if that was the case for Street Fighter. A lot of fighting games don't have a compelling story, if one at all. So I just wondered, because I've never played a Street Fighter. How dare you! Soul Calibur has a story. Heck you. America. China? America again. Oh my god, it's New York City.
Story in Metro City. You'll be able to create an avatar with a high degree of customization.
Wow! Oh my god.
Protagonist joining Buckler Security Services training course.
That character creator looked pretty in depth. Like you can have like change the individual pieces of the face and morph them. And yeah, you don't have to be a ripped boy, you can be a big boy. Hot. That boy is scarred.
It's during this basic training course that you'll meet Bosch, your rival and classmate. So now we're ready.
He's the rival? I think I should play this game.
People from various walks of life inhabit the world of Street.
There's a guy just walking to work. You can fight me. Oh my god.
Street Fighter 6 features the tried and true moves with a
You want to fight grandmas? That'd be interesting if you could. You can't fight kids. Like games just disallow that kind of violence. But it's like, yeah, it's like challenging Pokemon trainers, except you're actually doing bodily harm to the other person actively. An assist.
The more you battle, the stronger your avatar becomes.
To be fair, that's good. They're allowing. Oh yeah, it's level.
To level up your stats, such as your vitality.
Level up your stats. This is in the overworld, right? Like in the main like story aspect of the game.
To earn more rewards and items.
You can't just beat up a cop. What?
You can purchase wearable gear at clothing shops.
Oh my god, you can change outfits. Oh my god.
Affects your avatar's appearance and their stats and characteristics as well.
No, we don't like that.
The product line is for sale.
I just want glam for glam. I don't want it to affect my stats.
To visit in the game. Food purchased from these places can give yourself
the bunny is, it'll be over. Oh my god, it reminds me so much of Yakuza. I want a good beat 'em up, chat. Maybe I should get into Street Fighter. I need to just fight people on the street for their money. I'm gonna make my Yakuza bunny girl in Street Fighter.
Here.
And live out her best life. That's a lot of sake. Sake, sorry.
Just relax. It's not.
I don't trust him.
Legendary fighter.
Hey, Chun-Li.
Becoming the student of a legendary fighter grants you access to their master action.
Oh, so you can learn the fighter's moves?
Some master actions can be used to destroy wooden boxes and barrels or leap to faraway platforms. You'll have plenty of opportunities to use master actions in different
This looks
ways.
ridiculous. I love it.
All consume the drive gauge, so you'll have to gain the advantage when the battle begins.
Oh, so you can actually fight multiple ones as well. It's still a bit strange with like the of course it has to be because it's a Street Fighter, but like the side scroller aspect of it is a little jarring. But that's how classic fighters are.
However, if you can land a special move, it'll take you.
Yeah, this is so much more in depth than I ever anticipated it to be. I was expecting, you know, a fighting game, and that's it. Jeez, sheesh. Leaf then. She is so thick. Holy hell. Her thighs are bigger than my head.
When you
Thick
decide
with
to become
multiple
a student of a
Cs.
legendary fighter, you can also
Jesus.
undertake special missions. Complete those missions to strengthen the
Like,
bond
I
between
knew
you
it,
and
but
the
it's
master.
just... Her thighs are bigger than her head. Like... Wow. They've really, damn.
You can give the master
They've really
presents
emphasized
to
the
strengthen
assets
your
of this
bond with
game.
them, and also see how using a master's style lets you use their basic attacks.
Oh, that's cool. That's quite nice. Can you mix and match then, maybe?
And using that style in battle lets you accumulate experience points, which raises your style level.
I'm in. Time to romance.
Level up enough strength. To
It's so
maximize your
surprisingly
vitality
in
even more.
depth.
The drive stall move we just touched
I wonder
upon is
how-
also unlocked via skill points. As you can see,
I wonder
in
how
Dual
in
Tool
depth
mode,
the story
you can
will
build a
be then.
character that's unique to you by leveling up your
But I
style
imagine
and
it'll be
skills
just
and
a lot of
customizing your
fun
basic
to
and
just
special attacks.
experience this kind of part of the game. Chohitatsu. Ultimate move. It just feels so surprisingly silly and fun, but in you know, like in the good way. Where are we now? Why are we in ancient Rome? Grower. Why are we in ancient Rome?
During your
To see
adventure,
Mom.
you'll obtain flight tickets, which you can use to travel from Metro City to other locations via the world map.
Italia.
To learn all of the styles and moves, you'll have to dedicate
I love
some
how you
time
have to
find
actually
the
get like a plane
legendary
ticket in
fighters
game.
scattered around the world.
Oh, so
And
even
you'll
the
find
fighters have
many of your
individual
favorite characters
levels?
in World Tour. There may be some unexpected appearances too.
Carlos Miyamoto. I love the mix
Don't you worry,
of like American and Japanese names.
is our specialty.
characters steeped in mystery, and organizations you may recognize. All of which come together to immerse you in the Street Fighter universe.
So I have absolutely no context for any of the Street Fighter characters, bar like, you know, the typical ones like Chun-Li, Kami. I'm not even sure I know any of the male ones.
Naishal is a large city that serves as another area to explore in World Tour. Complete
It
with
seems
its own
too
stores that
divergent
differ
from
the ones you
previous.
find in Metro
But that's the
City.
thing. I mean, it'll have all this World Tour stuff,
In
right?
contrast
For
to
people who
Metro
want to play
City's
it, and then
urban
it'll have the
landscape, this city
competitive
has a
side for things for
fairly
people who
complex topography.
want to play that.
Who you'll meet in this new city will also
They just
differ.
have to. I think they just have to show all of this off to show like where the development and everything's going and
That's
where.
all we have to show you for World Tour mode this time.
Yeah.
We hope that you enjoy not only the battle portion, but the story and creating your own character as well.
Yeah, trying to make it more accessible because I don't like fighting games just for fighting. I need a little bit more to it.
Let's talk about some of the cool stuff we have in Fighting Ground.
I'm assuming this is the 1v1, right? Yeah. So this is where the competitive, like people who want to do the competitive side of things, or just purely the fighting based kind of things will go.
In the video you see here, we've added a
Oh, I know
character
Ken.
damage toggle. During battle, fighters' faces, bodies, and
Yeah, it's just a
clothing will
different
get
mode.
damaged or dirtied up. This will give fights a more
Good night, Neri.
realistic feel. This can also be
Ooh,
turned
there we
on and
go.
off at any time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it will always have the fighting, like the traditional fighting style, right?
Distance between you and your opponent.
You can fight chat. You mean chat's gonna body me?
The height level of attacks.
Oh wait, there's different sounds for the different versions of it. That's crazy. What?
Whether an attack hits as a cross-up or not. And also to indicate your remaining gauge.
That is such accessibility.
We hope that these options will let you better grasp the situation of your fights.
Because that can really help for like inexperienced fighters or inexperienced players who haven't really ever done fighting games before, which is really good. Like, so for example, for myself, because I've
When you
never really
first
played a
start the
Street
game,
Fighter.
We've added players who are just getting into their first fighting game.
Oh my god, they've
Casual
allowed button
matches against
spam.
friends and family, or when you're experimenting with a character for the first time.
There is an actual mode that you can just button spam chat. What have they done?
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Arcade mode is our single-player mode, where you'll square off against the computer.
Hey, I assisted,
You.
yeah.
Yang. Been a hot minute since I've seen either of you. But don't worry. I'm doing just fine all on my own.
Is this original artwork?
The name's Jamie Show.
Go through each character's story and you'll unlock a special illustration
Oh,
after
so
the
there's
ending.
the story for each individual characters. Tanoshimi Soja. I see the emphasis on feet.
Arcade mode also features online rankings for your score, so
The
get out
truck.
there and challenge the world. These illustrations can be viewed again in the gallery. Try to unlock them all.
I like how they actually have like a reason for you to do it. Just like, hey, you get some cool art if you do these things. Who is she? That was
If
amazing.
you're not sure which character is the right one for you, check out the character guides.
This is so in-depth.
They'll
What?
teach you about each character's unique traits and how to use their attacks.
Although there's a lot
Each
less
special
characters
move
than I
comes with a
thought there
basic
were.
tutorial on how to use them.
Unless they've
You
only
can
released, like,
experiment
only
with it
shown these
yourself by
characters for
pressing the try
now,
button.
and they're adding more in as it goes. Oh, do you think they're gonna do the
Perform well, and the characters will
stereotypical
shower
fighter
you
thing
with
where they add
praises.
more characters in for money? I hope that's not the case, but I'm like 90% sure that will unfortunately be the case.
Once you've gotten the basics of a character down, head on over to the combo trials section. There are
Hello,
basic,
Oak.
intermediate,
99%
and advanced
yes.
combos.
Yeah, they'd be a fool's gold because people would buy it. Like, you're paying 60 quid for a game, you could probably get another 40 to 50 quid out just for characters.
This is a great way for you to expand your
Oh, they already
horizons
announced the
and
next 4 fighters? Oh, did they?
When you have a chance to finish it, you gotta take it.
Up until spring
Player
2024?
one brings it home.
Okay.
In versus mode, you'll find team battle with your team.
I'm very glad you can turn off commentating. That would drive me absolutely spare.
Next up is Extreme Battle. This differs from a normal battle
Heaven
because
and
there
hell.
are special rules or gimmicks on the stage. For example,
Oh my
you can have a
god,
battle
you can have
where the winner is the
environmental
first to knock
damage,
down
you can
their
have
opponent 5
items.
times while rampaging
I
bullets run across the
hate
stage.
items and environmental damage in fighting games.
Or set up a rule where
I
you have
play
to
a
complete
lot
the
of Smash,
objectives displayed
or I
on your
used
side of
to,
the screen
but how I
first.
play
While
Smash
random
is
drones show up and have different effects when
stereotypically
they're
in a
destroyed.
competitive way.
This will let you have
So
fun
like
with other
stock,
players in a party-like
no
setting, so
items,
give them a
no
try.
environments, and it is
Extreme
usually on
Battle
the
can be played
specific
offline
battle
or in the
stages.
Battle Hub, and also in custom rooms.
I lived in a
which we'll talk
household
about
that
next.
liked doing playing Smash in the competitive format, and I really enjoyed that too.
Extreme Battle or Training Mode.
Oh wow, this is so
Custom
in
rooms now
depth.
allow for up
It's
to
a little, it's
16 players
almost,
at a time. We've made great
it's
strides to
almost a
improve the
little
experience
overwhelming,
compared to
but you
previous
don't.
titles.
It's nice to know that you don't have to engage with all of this that they're producing, like they're throwing at you, which is nice. Like, you can engage in this, but you don't have to. Create a room and fight chat. A Damayo.
This is a great way
You can play
for
this
friends
lady?
to
Yeah,
keep
honestly, she
together
looks
and
really
teach
good.
combos.
I like the ballet style of it. Yeah, that's the thing. It very much opens up the
For Street
game.
Fighter 6, in order to burden the
It-
player with less stress than before,
Yeah, it really opens up the
we've added a
game
new
to
one-time rank down protection
everyone.
feature,
So if
where you
people
won't
want to
lose
just
weak
enjoy
points
the
in certain
story and mess
fields.
around, create a character, they can
In
do that. If
addition,
people want to
you
have a go at the
character-specific and random character
proper
ranked
fighting
matches.
aspect of thing, they have the
And ranked
CPU
match
battles.
phases, which will
If
determine
people
your
want to
rank for
like
a
have
period
fun,
of time.
fight their friends, they can do that. If
Casual
people want to do
matches also
ranked
returns in
matches
Street Fighter
and
6.
casual
You can play
matches,
online without any
you
change to
can.
your
You can.
defaults.
It gives you all of the tools and opportunity
what do you
to.
The team working on Street
develop
Fighter
it as
6
well.
has been challenging themselves to create a game
So
that's
it's
going to become
really
a long-loved
accessible in that
Street
way.
Fighter
Like,
title
it gives
that
you
all
kind of
players can
everything.
enjoy.
And you can
It's only
dip
a
into
little
kind of
bit
whatever you
longer, but
want.
we
So if you
can't
did
wait
want to
for
try out the
everyone to
fighting after you
enjoy
played
World
the
Tour, Fighting
World
Ground,
Tour
and
aspect
Battle
of it,
Hub.
you can.
We hope you look forward to playing
It's
Street
it's
Fighter
very
6.
accessible, and you can try everything. Or like if you know it's not your jazz, you don't have to do that either. So yeah, it's been. And I used to love Soul Calibur when I was younger. I really enjoyed Soul Calibur 2 and 3 and Soul Blade. We're going back some time now. Those are the fighting games I've played, but I've never really gotten into them since. Yeah. Like, I've never really played Street Fighter, but it really seems like a massive entry up. Honestly, I wonder if Tekken is going to do something similar, because, you know, Tekken and Street Fighter are very much, the top kind of fighting games. Guilty Gear has a very nice aesthetic to it. I played a bit of Guilty Gear and really enjoyed that. I haven't played anything recent, though. That was like years back. Oh, is that going to be enough to pull people who don't really want to be competitive? I think potentially. I think having the World Tour and the casual battles and just like the general CPU fighting could definitely bring in people who don't want to be engaged in the competitive community. You had a fight stick, would recommend. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like if you own a fight stick, you're playing the game competitively. No offense. No offense.